Hello everybody, this is Oliver Glantz, Professor of Old Testament at Andrews University. In this tutorial I would like to show you how you can build a vocabulary booklet for your Biblical Hebrew language class. So we want to have something in the end that looks like this, that you can easily print out. It's a original Word document. Put it into a PDF so students can use it. So this was my booklet for 2016. The summer course is an intensive. Every day the students have to learn about 20 words. Now, it's not difficult to get a booklet because you can just buy it, booklets that are based on frequency. Mitchell is a very popular one, but more and more teachers are using actually real Hebrew texts in the Hebrew classes, and thus their students have to learn the vocab of those Hebrew texts. So how do I get there? How do I select the words of the Hebrew text I'm working with? So in order to get there, you need to have basically two tools. The first tool is a dictionary, a complete Hebrew dictionary, and here we need to have a dictionary that is compatible with the ETCBC database, because that's the second tool that we're going to use. Now, in order to get to that dictionary, you can simply go to the Bible Online Learner, log into your instructors account, and there you have the option to download the lexicon. So you can go here to Hebrew English, Hebrew Danish, Hebrew German. There will also be a Hebrew Spanish and Hebrew Portuguese version coming up soon. We go here for the Hebrew English version, and you see what's happening. It's downloading that dictionary. So I have this is the dictionary. I have done so already, and I've kind of formatted into the I organized the information in such a way that I can easily work with it. You might want to do that in a different way. Anyways, this is my end product after I've downloaded the complete Hebrew English dictionary. So the second tool that you are going to use is the SHEBANQ query builder. Now, the good thing about SHEBANQ and the dictionary that we just downloaded is it's based upon the same database, which is crucial. So I'm now going to build a query that searches for all the words within the text that I'm going to work with in my Hebrew course. So let us quickly build one. Let's assume we want to work with Genesis chapter 20 and there the first 10 verses, verse 1 till 10. And we want to work with Ruth chapter 2, and there the first 5 verses 1 till 5. So we need to select all the words of those text portions. This we do with select all objects where, and then verse, book in Genesis, and chapter in 20, and verse in is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. So now we have that first text portion. What we want to find in this text portion are actually just the words. So word focus. It's now going to find all the words in that text portion. Or now comes our second selection. Verse, book in Ruth, and chapter in 2 we said, and verse, the first 5 verses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good. Here we go. And again, what do we want to find? We want to find words. Word focus. All right, good. So we are done. Now let's run the query and see whether it actually finds what we want. Chapter 20, indeed, all words, you see all words are highlighted, chapter 21 till verse 10, and then Ruth chapter 2, 1 till 5. Here we have it, Ruth chapter 2, 1 till verse 5. Perfect. Okay, good. So now we want to download our results. You have a couple of options. The only option that would work for us is here the second symbol, which downloads all words of this query with data, and that's what we need. We need the data. So let's download this. It's downloaded. Now we open the file. I use LibreOffice because it handles the Hebrew UTF-8 fonts much better. It's a CSV file, it's a comma separated file, so just use the comma as a separator. I'm not changing anything because this is done by default anyways. Okay, good. So now we have all our words that we need for our Hebrew class. Obviously there's too much information that we don't need. So in order to prepare our booklet, we need to filter out what information do we actually need and what do we not need. So most of the information we don't need. So actually everything from column K on we can just delete. So just delete it. So the gloss we actually also don't need because we take this from our Hebrew dictionary that we have downloaded. We don't need this transcription. The only transcription that we need is lexeme T. It's the lexeme transcription. It's basically the dictionary entry, the transcribed version of the dictionary entry. Here we have the lexeme V, that's the lexeme vocalized, and non-transcribed, the dictionary entry is found in this column D now. Okay, let's now save this, save as, and I save it as an Excel file because I'm more comfortable with the Excel commands than with the LibreOffice Calc commands. So we have done that. Let's close this. Now let's open our file that we just downloaded and transformed into an Excel file. Here it is. So now for easier read, let's change this into SBL 12. So now we have a nice font. Good. So when you're looking now into the columns, you will see that it's not really yet well serving our purpose because many words are appearing several times. For example, the, 1, 2, 3, 4. So within the first verse of Genesis 20, we have already 4 times the word the. Well, we only want the students to learn it once, so we don't want to display in our booklet 4 times the same word. In order to get rid of that problem, we just mark the columns. Then there's the option under data, remove duplicates. So you click on remove duplicates. Now you see a selection of all columns available. You want us to focus on the transcribed lexeme column E. Okay, so now we are good. You see the word vav, the, only appears once and nowhere else it will appear. Okay, good. So the next thing is we need actually the glosses, the English glosses. If you're teaching Hebrew in Spanish or in Portuguese, you would need, of course, those other languages. Now we go to our dictionary and we just use an Excel formula, which is VLOOKUP, to populate each word with the correct meaning. VLOOKUP. So once you have clicked on VLOOKUP, you want to check column E, which has the lexeme, the transcribed lexeme, and then you want to compare this column with our dictionary file. And I'm going to select not only the transcribed lexemes, but also the glosses, because we need the glosses. Now what you see is I've just selected till 29. Obviously there are about 9,000 words, and here our file is also much longer. So make sure that you do not just select the first 29, but that you boost it up to the amount of words that are found in the dictionaries. To make sure, I just put in the number 10,000. I know there are more than about 9,000, but I don't know the exact number, so I just put in 10,000. Then I inform VLOOKUP what type of column information I want to have populate our little booklet vocab selection. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth column in which we have our glosses. So we just put here number 4 and then 0, which means we want an exact match, enter. And here you go. Now vav has the meaning and, also, even, and so on. Now we just double click here, zack, and all the meanings are now being populated. Here you go. So, well, if you go into the actual box, into the actual cell, you'll see the command. So we don't want the command there. We want the really also the so to say non-command information, which is and, also, even, but. So I just open a simple editor like Notepad and just copy in my glosses, and then I take them again, copy them, put them back in, and now I have exactly the same result, just without the commands, as you see here. Okay, now let's delete this, because we don't need this for vocab booklet. We can also delete this. We don't need this for our vocab booklet. Well, what we probably want is to define how many words per week. So let's say we want to learn 20 words per week, then 1, 2. We now go down to here. We have the first 20 words, and week 2. We do the next 20 words. Here we go, next 20 words, and you understand the system. So once you're done with that, you basically just have to copy paste this. Open your Word document. So, and then you just copy paste your words. Week number 1. Here you go. Okay, I hope this was helpful. In the end, you can produce something like this for your students. Well, see you next time. If you have any questions, put a comment down in the comment section, and I'll see whether I can follow up. Okay, goodbye.